What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and we are back with the 2024 Acura Integra Type S and of course my Acura NSX in the background back there. We are almost at 20,000 subscribers. Thank each and every one of you. Full review is linked down below for this 2024 Type S. This is not the full review. This is 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. So without further ado, we try to make these shorter. Let's get right into the cinematic and get right into this list. Let's roll. Number 1 on the 5 things to improve has to do with the mirrors, and that would be power folding mirrors. Now, of course, you have all power mirrors in the sense of moving the mirrors, but it is not a power fold, and it would be nice, right? Like you can just hit the lock button and they fold and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about anyone hitting your mirrors. Not a huge deal, of course, but it is something that would be nice on this Type S. Number 2 on the list is here in the rear. You can probably see there are no vents there in the middle, and it would be nice to have some vents for if you have children. It doesn't matter, whoever's in the back, I guess, to have some vents, whether it's AC or heat, just so that way it circulates a little bit better throughout the cabin. Number 3 on the list has to do with the seat here on the passenger side, and as you can see, it is a manual adjustment. It would be nice to have a power passenger seat on this Type S. Not the end of the world. Once again, all of these things are fairly minor, but it is something that would improve the vehicle in my opinion. Number 4 on the list has to do with the rear view mirror, and that would be an optional digital rear view mirror. Reason I say that is because if you were to stack anything up in the rear hatch / trunk, if it's stacked up and it's blocking your view, it wouldn't be a big deal because they could place a camera basically here and then you would just see straight back and it wouldn't be, nothing in there would be blocking your view. Again, optional. I don't think it should be standard and not everyone's gonna want that, but there are some that may, so it would be there. Number 5 on the list would be optional all-wheel drive. Now, of course, engineering is gonna play a big factor in that. Is it even possible on this car? Maybe not. I don't know. But if you could get this car an all-wheel drive, that would just take this car that much higher, because in my book, it's top 2. This and the Type R are the best front wheel drive handling cars I've ever driven. So if you were to throw all-wheel drive in this thing, I mean, I'd like that a lot. Moving on to the 5 things to love. Number 1 on the list has to be the exterior. Now on camera that's probably kind of flickering. It's just the frame rate. Don't worry about that. Obviously in real life, not doing that. And they just auto shut off. With that said, I think this is one of the most aggressive looking vehicles for the money, in my opinion. I mean, I think it looks absolutely incredible. Personally, not generally a bronze or copper guy, but I absolutely love the wheels paired on this thing. And then just the fender wells, how much wider and girthier they are. Everything about the exterior of this car looks so good. Now, I have to touch on one more thing here in the rear, and that is, of course, the optional carbon fiber right there. And I'm telling you, That's a nice little touch from the factory that is optional. Number 2 on the 5 things to love, as you can see, it is a 3-pedal. Having 3 pedals and this manual transmission 6-speed is super nice. Not a huge selection, right, in today's market for a new car. For a manual transmission, this is one of them. Obviously, the Type R being another one. And then really, there's only one pony car really left, and that's the Mustang in a manual transmission. And I'm sure there's a few that I'm missing. Of course, there's some Porsches and stuff, but I mean, that's in a price tag that's just not even comparable to this. So for a new vehicle to have it, it's nice. And kind of already mentioned, but it is definitely on the list, number 3, the handling on this car is unbelievable. I didn't know that the Type R or this Type S, being front wheel drive, could handle as good as it does. It truly impressed me. Again, coming from an Acura NSX owner, I've had a few Audi R8s, I've had a C7 Z06, I've had a bunch of things. This thing handles really well. Number 4 on the list is the seats, and that is the bolstering. I don't know if you can see there just how much bolster is on this thing. Super nice, because at the end of the day, it's the Type S, right? It's made for the track. Of course, you can daily drive it, but you can certainly do some autocross events and different stuff, and having those bolsters big time helps. Just saying, because anyone who's ever done that knows. If you don't, you're probably going to be like, that's dumb, you don't need them. Go to a track, you'll find out very quickly how nice it is to have good bolsters. Number 5 on the list, and that is having all of the updated tech. So let's step in very quickly. We go through everything in the full review, of course. Without even starting it, I can just put my foot here and then push there, and as you can see, all digital display. We have heads-up display out in front of us. We have the nice, easy-to-use touchscreen there. Heated seats. You have adaptive cruise control. Like I said, there is a lot of technology in this, and it's super nice to have some updated tech. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, not the full review. Full review is linked down below. And that goes through everything in detail. It is much longer. And again, almost to 20,000 subscribers. Thank each and every one of you. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.